Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Samantha and it's so nice to have you here. Today I am so excited. We're making the sickest nightgown ever. So it's my sister's birthday in a couple days and I'm gonna be making her this costume. She's turning 30, so she wants to be extra and she's having like a little pajama party, but she wants me to make her this. So I'm so excited. This is the back. So we went fabric shopping together and we found this really beautiful black chiffon, and then we just bought heaps of feather boas and I'm just gonna like sew them around the trim. But I'm so excited, and if it works out I'm definitely gonna be making myself one. So if you want to know how to make that, or you just want to stick around and hang out with me, then keep watching. Also, I did my makeup different and I think I like it. I've already made my patterns. I made them the other day. You did not need to see it because it literally took me all day. It was so confusing. I hope it works out. I'm not going to do a toile, like I'm not going to do a mock-up of it. I'm just going to hope for the best. So it's fine. These are the patterns here. They are very big and very confusing. So I've got my back, I've got my front, I've got the top of the sleeve here. I have the bottom of the sleeve here. This whole massive piece, that's the bottom of the sleeve. And then I have the bottom of the gown at the bottom. And then these are the fabrics I got. Sorry, I keep moving you around. It's like you're on a roller coaster. These are the fabrics that we got. So we got like, I think 4 of these feather boas. They're each 1.8. Hello. We got 5 meters of this black chiffon. These. So pray for me. Cross your fingers for me, because if this doesn't work out, then we'll have to go back to the fabric store. I literally took that out for 2 seconds and there's feathers everywhere. So I don't recommend. I'm sure my 3 cats will love it though. It is also 2 p.m. and I'm just starting this now. So I don't know, man. I don't know why I do it to myself. I don't know. I was meant to wake up early this morning at 6. Guess what time I woke up? Guess? 11 a.m. 11 a.m. And what have I been doing for the past 4 hours? Who knows? 4 hours? 3 hours. Maths. I forgot to say before as well, I did not use any measurements when I was making the patterns. So, I mean, it's forgiving. It's got a lot of gathers and it should be fine. My sister, I think she said she was like a large. I mean, robes, usually they're in sizing of like extra small, small, medium, and then the second size will be like large, extra large, and like it's not that big of a deal, but we'll see. Oh my god. I also didn't realize how like not wide this fabric is. Because I was planning on doing a fold and then having my back piece on the fold and then my front piece on the other side of it, so that I could just cut like all pieces at once. It's literally like this much short of being able to do that. So instead of doing that, I've had to move my fold over here. I'm trying to like spare as much fabric as possible, and then I might have to cut some of the pieces. Instead of doing like cutting 2 at once, I might have to like cut them multiple times with just like 1 piece of fabric underneath, which is gonna take a lot longer. But I foresee that we will have to go to the fabric store together and pick up some more chiffon. It's just my little prediction. So on the inside of this, because chiffon frays or like a mofo, I'm gonna do French seams. And that's also because my overlocker is a million years old and it's not working. So we're gonna do French seams. I'm just gonna attach the feathers by hand, I guess, and hope for the best. So chiffon is so hard to cut because it just changes shape. Like you can do a full straight line and you can see that it's straight. You've got a ruler underneath you. Everything is straight, like you're parallel to your selvage lines, everything is perfect, and then you cut it out and you pick it up and it's literally like this. Why did I do this? Why did I want to do this? I'm sister's gonna give me a heart attack at the ripe age of 28. I'm too young. Okay, this is my back piece. Oh, very sexy. Cut to me having all of these pieces cut out in like 20 minutes. It's been 20 minutes and I've cut out all of my pieces, is what I would say if I got enough fabric. It's been an hour and I ran out. So let's go to the fabric store. My Uber is like 100 meters away. 20 bucks, what a rip. Bye, Pingy. Goodbye, little munchkin. I'll see you soon. Goodbye, house. Goodbye, cat. Hi. Good, how are you? This is the chiffon that we need. Might go have a look at the trims as well. Oh, bing. It was so busy in there, I didn't want to film because it was awkward AF, but we're back home. I've got the goods. I got 3 meters. Hopefully it's enough. We shall see. And I think Rocky's waiting for me. Hello! And we have Chandler waiting for me too. Hi, buddy. Hi, precious. Oh. My last piece was so big that I had to cut it on the floor, but that is all cut out now. So it's time to sew. I'm gonna start by doing the gathers that are in the like bottom hem and then the bottom of the sleeve. I'm gonna do the gathers so that they match up with the other pieces that they're connected to. Then I'm going to French seam those pieces together. Then that would mean that I should have 1 back piece, 2 front pieces, and 2 sleeves that I can just sew together. I love this machine. So simple. Yeah, that should be the top of my sleeve. And I'm just gonna do a 4 stitch length. Let's go, let's get this show on the road. Okay, what should my seam allowance be for this? It's gonna be in a French seam, which is 1.5. So if I gather at, let's just do a 0.5 gather. Why not? Live a little. So basically you just pull one of the threads and it will make itself all nice like that. Just like this. So I've got the top fabric here and then I've just gathered the bottom so that they line up, and now I'm going to pin it so that it stays, and then we'll do a French seam. I'm going to trim some of this off. I've done a 1.5 seam allowance. I've sewn at 1 now, and I'm going to cut off like half of it, and then I'm going to turn it in and then do a 0.5 seam straight across so that this side looks like this, and then the other side has a nice fold. I'm taking a break to make some dinner for Joshua and I, and we're having honey soy chicken. I'm gonna have some fake chicken, and then I'm making him some chicken breast in his. This is mine, and this one is Joshua's. I didn't end up having noodles in mine because mine, like, what the fuck is that? Oh, my boyfriend just bought me some flowers. Cute. Cute. I'm gonna go put these on my desk. I've just gathered the bottom hem part, and this is what I was doing before. So I put this pin in the middle and the pin in the middle of the top one just so I can gather it evenly. But now all of that's done, I can put it all together the same way I put the sleeves together. I've finished doing the sleeves and I've finished doing the back panel, but I've just realized that I forgot to make a pattern piece, which is the gathered panel at the bottom of the front. So I just like put the big back panel up against myself and realized like, wait, that doesn't match up because it's got a massive train. And then I'm like, wait, the side seams, they don't match. And it's because I forgot to make that panel. So I'm going to go to bed. I'm tired. And then tomorrow morning, I'm going to come back and pattern that little front panel and get started on that. But apart from that, I reckon it's going to be pretty easy. The sleeves are already done. The back's already done. Once I get that front piece patterned, cut out, gathered, sewn together, then pretty much all I have to do is sew the front to the back and then the sleeves to that. You're so cute. Do you know what I realized? Also, good morning. Do you know what I realized last night when I was in bed? Something was keeping me up and I'm like, what is keeping me up at night right now? I did not forget to make that pattern, and I knew in my head, I was like, I wouldn't have forgotten something like that. That's not like me. I don't forget things. And yeah, I did make it, and it was included in that back panel. What I had done wrong is I ignored my notches for my center front and center back, and that whole panel was meant to cover the back and the two front pieces, so it was meant to wrap around the whole thing. And instead I gathered the whole thing and put it at the back, and now I'm missing my front pieces. So that was my conundrum. But second conundrum, it's already sewn together, and I've sewn it with French seams. So there's literally like 3 rows of stitching going through it. We've got the gathering, we've got like a stay stitch, and then I've cut it and then flipped it to do a French seam. So I really can't unpick it. And I'm just debating, do I just go with it and make 2 panels for the front and just deal with it being super gathered at the back? Or do I just cut it off? It would mean that I would lose the 1.5 centimeters that are already in it. It means I would lose the 1.5 centimeters I have to put on it. So I would be losing 3 centimeters of length. However, there's going to be thick feathers at the bottom, so I'm thinking it doesn't really matter. I don't know. And then if I do, my kitten's playing with something on the ground. If I do cut it off and redo it to how it was supposed to be, it is going to be less gathered. And I'm just thinking, like, what's the better thing to do? If I make extra panels for the front as well, it means I'll have to go and get more feather boas too, because I made my pattern specifically to the amount, like to the length of the feathers that I have. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna like take 10, drink some of my coffee, weigh up my options and decide, because I can't cut it off and then realize that it looks shit and then put it back, because then I'm gonna have to cut more of it off. All of this overthinking overnight as well has given me another pimple. Don't worry about it, it's fine. Also, I'm not a hunchback, okay? Shut up. I'm gonna go with it, okay? I've decided what's done is done. Let's just fix it. So let's make a new pattern. My original, yeah? So this is the fold for the center back, which is what I did notch when I was gathering it. But I completely ignored that this is the center front. Idiot! So this is gonna be my new side seam. So I've just matched it up with my like front piece side seam. I'm just gonna trace over this with a chalk pen and extend it, pin it and cut it, and this is gonna be fine. Jordan, I know you're watching. Don't stress, everything will be fine and I will get it to you on time. Also, hi Eli. What I have for my general shape, so bottom hem, top part, which will be gathered, side seam, and then the center front here, which is pretty good. It's gonna be gathered almost halfway, so it should match the back. Kind of glad I chose to just do this because that was pretty easy, and it means the front will be nice and gathered as well. I do have to go and get more feathers, but you know, whatever. We live and we learn. I probably won't make that mistake again. We're getting somewhere, folks. These are my front pieces and these are my little gathered panels that are now attached. And now we can do a French seam and it's all gonna match up and it's all gonna look so good. Pinned everything roughly, but just so you can get an idea of what it's going to look like. And then the sleeves are like so billowy and beautiful. Back with all of the gathers. Shut up. I'm so good at my job, man. So good. Played around with it, and I think the best way to do the neck is instead of gathering it, I'm just going to do a big box pleat in the middle. The shoulders will be gathered though, and then the back just flows down like that. I've just finished sewing my side seams, and the shoulders and the center back. Everything's looking really good, so it's promising. I'm just going to feed my cats, and then I'm going to clean the house and come back to it because it's important to take breaks. Chandler, do you want some food? Bing, do you want some food? Lucky, do you want some food? Who's hungry? So I really like how the sleeve is like going like that. And I think I'm going to mimic that with the front. And I'm going to trim maybe like to here and do like a curved line so that it mimics that there instead of just going straight down. It's day 3 today. I did not think this would take me so long, but it's really getting somewhere. I stopped filming last night because I just couldn't really be bothered, but I put my sleeves on, I did my side seams, I started hemming the sleeves, and now at the moment it's just a shell and I need to do the binding in the middle. I'll show you in a sec, but I'm having my sister come over today and do a fitting, and hopefully I don't need to adjust anything, but if I do, then that's fine, whatever. I think I'll just do the binding next because it's the easiest thing to do. I did get this from Amazon, which is just pre-made binding, because CBF doing that, absolutely not. So it's all already folded and pressed for me, so it's going to be super easy to attach to it. Really happy about this. I'm also hoping that once I put this on, it's heavy enough to make the gown sit on the neck, because at the moment the gown is so heavy. My only concern is that it's so heavy that it's going to pull off of the shoulders, so hopefully this helps with some structure in the middle of the garment, and then it will like stay on her shoulders and everything. Guys, if you're wondering how I'm filming like this, it's because I bought the sickest invention ever. It's like a tripod on a necklace. So that is open. I'm just going to stitch along this fold line, trapping the fabric underneath it. And I'm just going to do that all the way around with a straight stitch on a 2.5. Now I'm just going to fold it over so that it wraps around that raw edge. And then I'm going to stitch along the edge of where I just sewed, and it will catch the back because it kind of like overlaps a tiny little bit. I basically just hung out with my sister last night and I did some measurements on her. I put it on her, and then I did what I said I was going to do by like cutting the hem and everything like that. At the moment I am just pinning the hem so that I can sew it. Usually I would just double roll this and like just wing it and go put it through the machine. But because there's so many curves in it, it's actually hard to do that. So I need to pin it, otherwise it will look really weird. Her birthday is tomorrow, so I'm going to desperately try my hardest to finish this today. I am gonna try not to be distracted. I'm such a distractible person. Like, I procrastinate like there is no freaking tomorrow. But one thing I love is a deadline. And if you've made it to this part of the video, I do just want to say thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you'd like to. If you don't want to, I won't force you, it's fine. But it's nice to have you here, and I like making these videos. So whatever. Like, comment, subscribe if you want. Let's get this done. So here is some scrap fabric that I have from all of the rest of the stuff we were doing. I'm just gonna rough cut a straight line. Like, this is the selvage here, so I can use that as a straight line guide, and I'm literally just gonna cut all the way up there to that little point there. Okay, I'm just gonna flip this out. I ran out of feather trim last night when I was sewing, but I've just bought some more. I've got a coffee. I'm gonna go home and finish it, and then I'm gonna do my makeup and take some photos for Instagram in the outfit. And here's Joshua. Say hi.
Hello.
And then I'll show you guys what it looks like. So this is everything that I did last night. I literally ran out of feathers from this little guy here to there. So I've gone and bought another 1.8 meters, and I'm gonna do from here to that corner, but then I'm also gonna do up to this seam there, and then on the other side I'll do down from this seam to the other corner. I'm gonna leave it there, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and let me know down below what you want me to make next. Bye.